In today's video, we will be looking at a impulse buy that I recently picked up. As most of you probably are, I think most of my audience comes from my short format videos. That means you indulge in that format of videos on YouTube, and you probably saw an ad just like I did for a free. I'm putting that in quotes because I'm not 100% sure how the free part works, but miniature toolbox. Chock pack full with tools from TEMU. And me personally, I don't deal with drop shippers from China for various reasons, but I got a close enough look at the thing where I went on Amazon, and it's P.I.T. Master Tool is the logo on the front of the thing. And yeah, I found it on Amazon. Of course, it wasn't free on Amazon. I'm not even 100% sure if it was free on TEMU. For all I know, for the TEMU thing, it's like you sign up for the app and then you get it for free, and it's a one-time deal. I don't necessarily think that this is something they're giving out for free to anybody. I'm sure there's some type of catch involved. If you got this for free from TEMU, let me know down in the comments, and just to scratch my curiosity. But like I said, I'm not buying it from them, but I did find it on Amazon, and it was cheap enough just to kind of give it a look. Got it from Amazon a couple days later. It shows up on my doorstep. I take it out of the box and I'm looking at it. Now, you guys who've been around for a little bit, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I did a video on the U.S. General mini toolbox that came out right before the holidays. And I remember just kind of digging around other tool companies and looking at everybody else's miniature toolboxes. And I was like, you know what, that looks a lot like the Snap-on one that I was looking at back then. And sure enough, I go into the Snap-on website, take a look at the thing. It's like $125, I think they're getting for it. And yeah, I mean, it looked exactly like it. I went on eBay because the Snap-on website only has like 3 pictures of it. So, excuse me, I went on eBay and I found somebody who was selling the Snap-on box, and I mean, down to the rivets in the corner, the hinges in the back. It's got the same amount of loops for the hinge. It is, if this is a clone of the Snap-on box, it is a damn good clone. I suspect Snap-on reached out to the company that makes these toolboxes, had them make them with the Snap-on logo on them. Maybe they had a year or 2 exclusive deal with them, and now anybody can buy them. But yeah, like I said, I don't know for sure. No one's going to tell me, but this seems like the exact same box as Snap-on. But I mean, anyone who buys Snap-on tools, half the reason why you buy them is for that Snap-on logo. So if you're not getting that, what's the point of buying this thing? But nevertheless, I thought it was kind of cool, and it was kind of worth taking a look at. Again, it comes with some tools inside of it. Personally, I think as far as a toolbox go, it's kind of more of a desktop novelty. But yeah, like I said, it was cheap enough for me to grab the thing just to make a video on it, and I think you guys might be entertained by it as well. So yeah, let's flip the camera down. We'll take a look at it, take a look at the contents inside, maybe line it up next to the U.S. General box, and yeah, see what the differences are, and what this thing actually kind of looks like from the inside. You know, before we get started onto the new thing, a few people when I did the video on this thing, they're like, it's kind of neat, but I really don't see the point of it. And if I'm being 100% honest, I wasn't even really sure what I was going to do with the thing. But I actually found a pretty good use for it. It actually sits down here underneath this here desk, and yeah, I keep all my little tiny camera stuff in here, different SD cards, batteries, and whatnot. Down in the lower drawer down here, keep my microphone stuff, battery charger, and in the bottom drawer here, you can't see them because they're kind of tucked back, but I got all my GoPros in the back, and the Sony cameras, which I'm currently using, kind of go right here. But yeah, it's actually turned out pretty nice for me as far as just a quick and easy way to get to small stuff, and it keeps them protected, keeps the dust off of them. And yeah, I'm actually really glad I bought this thing. It turned out really nice for me, and I just dumped everything on the inside. But yeah, so let's bring the new one in. All right, this is the new one. The problem with filming shiny things is the glare, but yeah, and I mean, this is basically like an old school top box Snap-on style toolbox. Let's get some measurements off of it. We're talking, what's that, about 5 3/4 deep, 8 1/2 wide, and another 4 3/4 tall. And that was 4 3/4 deep. I can read. All right, I kind of zoomed up a little bit so we can get the U.S. General one and the TEMU one all in the same frame here. As you can see, there is a fairly large difference as far as size goes on these. Let me get all that stuff I dumped back in there so it'll actually close. Again with the U.S. General and the TEMU. So I mean, there's a significant size difference in the two. I will say, before we get into this one thing I forgot to point out with the U.S. General one is that it actually has ball bearing sliders on it, which, as far as I could see, there isn't another mini toolbox company that uses ball bearing sliders, which is actually really nice for this thing. And like I said, when I got this thing, out of the box, I mean, the thing is nice. I mean, as nice as you can get for, a mini toolbox. As nice as a mini toolbox needs to be, but yeah, I mean, it's a good little box. But let's put this off to the side, and we'll zoom back down for this guy taking a look at it. Now with this one, basically just the way you open it is like you would open up an old school snap-on toolbox. Again, this one comes chock-packed full of tools you get there. And you get 3 drawers down the front. We'll go through those as we're looking at the tools on the thing. Now, in the top drawer, all these drawers come with little drawer liner organizers, which I got to be honest with you, I kind of dig it. It's a neat little thing that they added onto the thing. Keeps everything nice and clean and organized. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, you got 2 little magnets that hold the lid closed for you. And look at that, they almost got that logo on there perfectly straight. Congrats, China. But yeah, top drawer is basically just a bunch of drivers. I haven't dug into this too much as far as actually checking out the quality on the things. A little extension here. This has got a very, very Wera kind of vibe going on here. Obviously, it's not, but yeah, a little fine thread 1/4 inch hex ratchet on the thing. It is actually reversible. Very nice. I would call that 8 inch extension. And you got a shorter bit of an extension over here. Not too bad whatsoever. You got some drivers, which are, they're actually standard, SAE size drivers, 5/16, 3/8, and 1/4 inch, of course. Very nice. These are nice for when you got those hose clamps that you can't quite get to with a driver. You kind of get in there and do your thing with them. And then all the way in the back, you got just a random selection of drivers. We got, yes, they are Torx. You got T10 up to, can't see it, T40. We got 3 different size Robertson bits. 4 different size flatheads. Wait, we got 2 different Phillips here. Are these Phillips or P.I.T? That's a PH, which is a Phillips, 1, 2, and 3. And then we got a P.I.T. Oh, wow, look at that. We got P.I.T drive in here, too. 1, 2, and 3 P.I.T. And then we got ourselves a misplaced hex drivers going on here. As large as 1/4 inch hex. I'm really surprised they're putting standard or SAE size tools in here. And 1/8 inch. So 1/8 inch to, what did I say, 1/4 inch as far as the 1/4 inch hex drive. Very cool. Very nice. Now going into the top drawer, before we get into the top drawer, let's look at the actual drawer fronts here. They're all basically exactly the same size, and the drawers have, they aren't ball bearing like the U.S. General. They're just kind of stamped sheet metal, and like the U.S. General top drawer is kind of small, and the bottom drawer is a little bit bigger for larger things, oddly enough. All right, so starting off with the actual top drawer, we'll move it back a little bit so you can see into the thing. We have, which is a 1/4-inch drive ratchet set. I'm very amused by this whole situation. Again, with the faux carbon fiber foam insert to keep everything organized. Chrome palladium extension. A little generic 1/4-inch ratchet. That's definitely fine thread. Here, I'll let you listen. Yeah, I'd say at least 90 tooth. Not bad. Got a nice feel to it. Kind of ringy, like any cheapo Chinesium ratchet set. You got a set of 1/4-inch sockets. I believe we have metric. Yeah, we have metric and standard. Nothing special going on here. 9/16 down to 5/16. What we got? That'd be the 1/2 inch. That'd be the 7/16, and that would be the 3/8. Yes. Now, coming over to the other side where the metrics are, we got a 8mm, a 10mm. I'm just doing this to see if they skip. Kind of wonky the way you got to get them out because the drawer doesn't open up far enough, but I'm assuming it can be done. There we go. 12mm and a where are we? 13mm, and I'm guessing this is a 14. Yes, it is. That's how numbers work. Yeah, I mean, 90% of what you're going to do with a 1/4-inch, this kind of pretty much covers it. So, yeah, let's skip down to the next drawer. Push that in. I don't believe these have magnetic close. Let me get my magnet film. It kind of feels like there's some type of latch in there, but I'm not sure if that's a magnet or if that's just some kind of detent. Let me see. All right, there we go. Let's flip that out, flip it down, put this guy on the back, and if there's magnets back there, we should be able to see them. Yeah, there is right there. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool? All right. Back on topic. Second drawer from the top. You get a whole bunch of El Cheapo drill bits. 1/8 inch up to, let me put the smallest one and the biggest one right next to each other. Isn't that convenient for me? 5/16. It's the 5/16. I mean, this is that cobalt or whatever the hell that the name's escaping me. The gold coating that they put on it. I'm sure the first time you use that, that'll just blow off and it'll be just a regular old high-speed steel bit. But yeah, not too bad. Got a little bit of a anti-rusting coating on these bits. A little sticky in the hands, but yeah. What did I say? 1/8 inch. 5/16. Oh, that's actually, you know what? It's actually printed on the thing. 1/8 inch, 5/16, 1/4 inch, 7/32, 3/16, and 5/32. So yeah, I mean, a good generic selection of drill bits. Down to the last drawer, and in here we got, excuse me, basically just a El Cheapo tape measure. 2 meters, 6 foot. Metric on one side, right? Yep, metric on one side and SAE on the other. Little keychainy holdy thing. I probably would have left that out so it would fit inside the thing a little bit better. We have a utility knife. Not too bad. P.I.T. They're displaying this here P.I.T. logo like I should know about it. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard? Let me know. You ever heard of this P.I.T. brand? But I mean, it's you know, usually with the generic names that they just make up so they can put a name on something. They don't put it on everything, but I mean, they're putting this name just about anywhere so they could get it without it being too much trouble. Yeah, just generic alloyed aluminum cheapo utility knife with a guard on it that I'm going to leave on for now. Yeah, I don't feel like fiddling with that, but yeah, quick release. Not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but not horrible. It's got the little little cutter down inside there, and it's looking like we got something in the back. Oh, look at that. We got a couple of 1/4-inch screwdriver bits, and I'm assuming they go in here. I mean, I don't know how much I trust that, but, you know, an outlet or something like that you got to tighten up. Not hating it. The belt clip on the thing, it's about you would expect from a cheapo utility knife. Nice lock on the thing. Oh, it's got actually detents for locking in a couple different positions. That isn't bad at all. And then it closes all the way, and buried all the way in the back here would be a set of P.I.T. utility knife replacements. That is not bad at all. I'm very, if you can't tell, I'm very amused by this thing more than anything. But it is a cool little thing, if I might say so myself. All right, well, I mean, that's about it. Like I said, I'm not hating the tools that they put inside this thing. I mean, I obviously have better stuff sitting in the van, but, you know, for DIY type stuff or something sitting on the desk, so you got a little bit of something that you can grab on a whim or on occasion. Not too bad. I just noticed a little bit of Chinese rust from the old boat coming across the ocean. It acquired over on this side. He should have put some of that rust preventative on some of these little driver bits. But yeah, aside from that, this isn't bad at all. It's very cute, to say the absolute least. And these are the rivets I was talking about. That and it's not going to focus. There it goes. On the side, that are exactly like the snap-on ones. But yeah, I mean, look, I can't hate on the thing. It's a bit novel. Probably a little bit more novel than functional, but it comes with the tools. It's absolutely kind of cool. All right, there we go. That is the TEMU free toolbox. Again, in air quotes, because I'm not 100% if this is what you would get, and that's one of the reasons why I don't deal with Chinese drop shippers, because you never know what you're going to get, if you're going to get it at all, or if it's just going to come up in 1,000 different pieces, and then you can't get your money back because they eat it back, and the shipping back to them costs 3 times as much as the product. And no, TEMU, I'm not interested in your affiliate program, and the next time you see Satan, tell him that I'm not interested in selling my soul to him. Just pass that message along if you wouldn't mind. All that aside, this is a cute little thing, and I would put this more on the novelty side of like a desktop novelty type item as compared to the US General, just because the drawers are so small. There's really not too much you could fit in it. With the tools that come in it, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the utility end of things, because it's useful. It holds all the tools inside of it and kind of gives you, if you don't have these tools at hand already, it gives you, you know, a place where you just kind of flip it open, grab stuff. As far as the quality of them, it's what you would expect for this type of thing, if not a little bit better, to be honest with you. And like I said, the quality of the box, nice thick sheet metal. I mean, it's not a cheap little tin can box. I mean, it's decent enough. I mean, I don't want to say, but it almost seems like Snap-on thought it was decent enough for them to sell it and put their little logo on the front of it. So take that for what it is. But yeah, so that's about it for this. I'll link this with the tools. Maybe I'll link the empty box on it. And they actually sell a bottom box for this. Doesn't come with tools. Maybe I'll get it. I am a child. We'll see. But yeah, it's one of the fun things about doing these type of videos is that I get to see goofy stuff like this and say, hey, you know what, let's take a look at it. And yeah, but yeah, that was a fun video to do. This is cute at the very least. And yeah, so questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the old comments section. I'll do my best to get back to you. And that's looking about a video for me. So I'd like to thank you for watching. There you go.